Summer is coming and people are making plans. I know I am. I know that some of my students are going to be out traveling. Some are going off to summer camp, and some are even getting a job. With so many different activities to do over the summer, how do you know if math tutoring should be one of them? Wait, do people actually study math outside of school? Yes, they do. As we take a walk through this forest, let me introduce you to some of my students. First up, we have my student Andy, who is in grade 7. When he initially started, he and his dad wanted him to be 1 year ahead in math. That is, if he was in grade 7, he would be studying grade 8 math. If he was in grade 8, he would be studying grade 9 math. Andy loves math, I know, because he keeps asking for challenging problems. When faced with such problems, he doesn't give up, he just comes up with idea after idea about how to solve it. Lately, he has been asking me about SAT math, and initially I thought it wasn't a great idea because I know he's 1 grade ahead in math, but should he be 3 or 4 grades ahead? But because he seems so interested, I let him have a try, and he's been really coming alive with it since. Sometimes I think Andy enjoys math tutoring more than I do. Next up, we have my student Shayla, who started tutoring with me at the end of her grade 8 year. When she first started, it was a mad game of catch up because the way that the school handled the COVID year was that they had 2 courses complete every 10 weeks. According to her dad, her elementary school did not place a huge emphasis on math. So without a strong foundation and a sped up math course, she found herself struggling and bringing home C minuses. With a very intense tutoring schedule, we brought her grade up from a C minus to a C plus or a B, and in the summer, she continued tutoring to strengthen up her skills some more. One day during Math 9, she thanked me and said, "I understand what's going on in math class now," and I could see how much better she felt. Last up, we have Shayla's 11-year-old sister, Emma. Emma started tutoring with me at the beginning of last summer. You may have heard from my introduction that I tutor math from grade 8 to Calculus 2. So working with elementary school students is new to me. What Emma has taught me is how much easier it is to catch up in the early grades. When I first assessed her, she was counting on her fingers, and the math that she found familiar from school was from the grade 4 curriculum. I've been working with her bi-weekly for almost a year now, and her numeracy has improved so much. She is now the person that friends ask if they need help in math. She recently told me that she was once worried that she would get to high school and not be able to follow along in math class, but now she feels that she will be able to handle that material no problem. When teachers send home less than stellar grades, parents understand this as a signal that their child needs extra help. But what if the teacher isn't sending home such a report? Does this mean that the kid is doing just fine? Not always. I have the perfect example of this. Just as I was making this video, I got a text message from one of the moms who told me that her daughter needs to do math classes over the summer to catch up. She had just done an independent assessment that said that there were a number of basic skills that she needed to catch up on before moving on to the next math grade. The B on her report card would not have suggested this at all. I worked as a teacher for over 5 years, so I can tell you a little bit about this. Some of the math mark does reflect how well a student has mastered grade level contents. However, math marks also reflect effort, participation, or even how well other students have done on group projects. If you only look at the math grade, it might not be apparent that there are math gaps in the making that can cause problems in future courses. Unfortunately, I hear from too many parents who tell me that they know they should have looked for math tutors sooner, but with so many things in life getting in the way, it just fell by the wayside. And now, back to the forest. I hope this video gives you an idea about how I support math education even when the child is not going through math class in school. If you're wondering whether math tutoring in the summer is right for your child, please feel free to contact me at info@claratong.com. Thank you and see you in the next video.